Are you ready to take your health to the next level? Join us for the 2025 Naturally Inspired Health Summit, the #1 rated health event in Colorado. Saturday, June 28th, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday, June 29th, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. 18 powerhouse speakers, 55 business booths, 25 breakout sessions, Sunday's farmers market with 20 vendors, Saturday evening networking and dance party.
The Naturally Inspired Health Summit was life-changing. The energy, the speakers, and the connections I made were incredible. I left with real, actionable solutions for my health and business.
This event was exactly what I needed. So many inspiring speakers like Dr. Peter McCullough, Dr. Lee Merritt, Dr. Carrie Made, and so many more. Amazing products and a community that truly cares about real health solutions.
High energy, positive community, real solutions for health. Get your tickets now. Want to participate and show your message? Visit naturallyinspiredhealthsummit.com or text 720-764-7448.
Did you know that carbon-60 is 172 times more powerful than vitamin C as an antioxidant? This powerful molecule is scientifically proven to neutralize free radicals, reduce inflammation, and promote optimal energy. How does it work? C60 fights oxidative stress, the root cause of aging and disease, helping your body repair and rejuvenate naturally. It's like giving your cells a protective shield. Here's what our listeners have to say. Mike from Denver says,
C60 in olive oil has been perfect as my daily detox. I feel cleaner, lighter, and more energized every day.
Sarah from Houston says,
The C60 topical spray is incredible. I apply it to sore joints and within minutes, the pain and inflammation starts to fade.
order now at c60.com or call 720-600-6040. Use coupon code TAMMY, T-A-M-M-Y, for a special discount.
Did you know 80% of beef consumed in the U.S. comes from 4 major corporations, much of it being imported or processed with additives? Want real beef from a real farm? Pumpkin Creek Ranch does things the right way. Local, grass-fed, dry-aged beef with no additives, no shortcuts, just honest quality.
Pumpkin Creek Ranch beef is the real deal. I love knowing exactly where my meat comes from. No additives, no nonsense, just honest quality beef.
Best beef I've ever had. You can taste the difference. Rich, tender, and packed with real flavor. Plus, supporting a local ranch makes it even better.
From pasture to plate, they raise their cattle with care so you can get rich, natural flavor that only real ranching can provide. Stock your freezer with premium beef you can trust. Visit pumpkincreekranchco.com or call 970-658-0176.
Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, sow health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great-tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on mushroom super sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
The information and other content provided on this radio show or in any linked materials is provided for informational purposes only, not intended and should not be construed as medical advice. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.
Welcome, everybody. It is time for Naturally Inspired Radio. I will just go ahead and warn you up front. This might be a bit of a therapy session today because let me tell you, I've been working through some stuff. I have been working through some stuff like so many of us have coming out the other side of COVID. And I'll be honest, I think it's got a lot to do with the fact that I am about to turn 50. And I think this 50 thing is a thing in itself. Okay. I think turning 50 is a thing in itself. I remember when I was a kid, I had a really good friend whose dad was going through a midlife crisis. He was turning 50. And I think we were, 16. Maybe 17 at the time. And she really was like, my dad is losing his mind. And we were like, that's so funny. Right? And now I find myself here at 50. And not only, am I grappling with turning 50 and just all of the growth that you go through during life up until the point where you turn 50, not only am I grappling with that stuff, which is just normal life, changing and whatnot. But I'm grappling with coming off of COVID. And I'm grappling with the digital revolution. And I'm grappling with being an analog lady, as I like to call it. I'm analog, I'm old school, I'm Gen X, and I'm grappling with trying to make it in a digital world. And it's tough. It's really hard. You go out and you try to have conversations with people and they're already in the digital world, maybe. It seems like they are. And you can't connect. And then you start to wonder, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Why do I feel like an alien in this world when this was my world not that long ago? This was my neighborhood. This was my world. I'm totally comfortable in it. And I don't have any problem, asserting myself or telling people what I think or whatever. That's my old world. And the new world is, I don't like it, but I've arrived here and I understand that this is the world I got to live in. And maybe not all of you are understanding what I'm talking about right now, but I'm certain, I've got to believe that there are more of us out there that are experiencing this. I'm just gonna say that I do believe there are more people out there experiencing this digital revolution that is constantly in our face, and grappling with it is tough. That's for sure. So last night, the Canadian population voted in Mark Carney, and this is what I'm talking about, you guys. I'm talking about a lot of things in life, but this act of voting in Mark Carney was just another symptom of it, just another signal. And I was watching the election last night, because my family still lives in Canada, and if Americans think that this election outcome isn't going to impact them, I hope you're right. But I'm telling you, the way things have lined up and understanding China's influence in Canada and understanding the present administration, trying to get things right in this country. Finally, not this fake economy that we're used to being propped up by, fake tactics, fake money that doesn't mean anything. This administration is trying to get back to real American business or a real economy. And it's going to be painful. And we're prepared for that. But I don't know if Americans were prepared for Canadians to kind of break their relationship with the U.S. and turn to China instead. Because that's what's happening here. Now, whether Canadians know that they picked China with Mark Carney, that's debatable. And we don't know. I think, there's so much propaganda and there's so much surface stuff that people fall for. It's hard to know what their intent was with the way they voted. This is how I'm framing it, just so that I can understand it. Because Mark Carney's big globalist. He's World Economic Forum. He's climate, net zero. He's anti-life, you guys. He's anti-life. He's anti-human. And people voted for that. And probably they don't think they did. I don't know. I got to hope that they don't think they did. But they did. And so here's what it means. I'm one for telling the truth. And naively, I thought people wanted the truth. And before COVID, I totally thought people wanted the truth. Now, there were instances and signs throughout my life where I thought, maybe people don't want the truth, right? But I'm going to give it to you anyway because it's the best thing for you. And sometimes that turned out good and sometimes that didn't turn out very good. But I don't really, I got to do that. It's in my nature. And what I've come to realize is that after COVID is that the majority of people, like the majority that voted for Mark Carney yesterday, they don't want the truth. They cannot handle the truth. Literally cannot handle it. Because if they accepted the truth, they would have to do something different. They would have to take personal responsibility for their actions and try to create change in the world for something better. And they don't want to do that. What they want is, even if it's fake belief, they want to believe that somebody will step in and take control and protect them and make things safe and easy for them. And that's why they voted for Carney. Because he did a better job of saying, hey, don't worry about it. We got you covered. We have solutions for the climate. We have solutions for everything. Just come on over here and we'll take care of you. And of course, he's a wolf in sheep's clothing doing that because he could give a you-know-what, right? Guy hasn't even been living in Canada. He doesn't care about the Canadian people. He's heavily connected into globalist ties. And a lot of those globalists practice a little practice called eugenics. And they're interested in building the perfect race and the perfect specimen of human that will follow the dang rules, right? Follow the rules, plug into the system, do your work, little worker bee, and we'll give you some biscuits from time to time. But if the biscuits become, a little tight, then maybe you won't get a biscuit. Turns out people actually are fine living in that kind of model. They don't understand freedom. And they don't actually want to, because freedom is scary to them. They might have to take control of their life. They don't want to do that. Just tell me what to do, where to go, when to show up. I'll be there. Fascinating concept for someone such as myself, and I probably suspect you as well. You're listening to Naturally Inspired Radio today. I'm Tammy Cuthbert Garcia. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Have you heard about the powerful health benefits of medicinal mushrooms? Take our preferred medicinal mushrooms for immune support, gut health, antioxidant properties, stress and sleep, heart health, liver protection, blood sugar regulation, cholesterol reduction, anti-cancer properties, cognitive health, mood and mental health, heart health, antibacterial and antiviral, and so much more. Available in easy-to-take capsules, great-tasting gummies, and our special coffee blends.
Since adding these mushrooms to my daily routine, my cholesterol levels have improved, and I feel more confident about my heart health.
Taking one of these blends before bed has been a game changer. I fall asleep faster and I wake up feeling truly refreshed.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order 720-303-8868. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Did you know that 60% of American adults live with at least one chronic disease? At Inside Health, they take the mystery out of wellness with extensive testing and customized lifestyle plans, all from the comfort of your home.
I've struggled with low energy and digestive issues for years, and no doctor could give me real answers. Working with Inside Health was a game changer.
As a mom, I'm always putting my family's health first, but I was neglecting my own. Inside Health changed that. I started feeling better almost immediately.
Inside Health services help you and your family achieve whole body health with non-invasive personalized care. They listen to your concerns and health goals. They will pinpoint areas where your body needs support. They will create a simple, actionable plan just for you. Call them today, 970-685-8060, or visit InsideHealth.com.
Did you know that carbon 60 is 172 times more powerful than vitamin C as an antioxidant? This powerful molecule is scientifically proven to neutralize free radicals, reduce inflammation, and promote optimal energy. How does it work? C60 fights oxidative stress, the root cause of aging and disease, helping your body repair and rejuvenate naturally. It's like giving your cells a protective shield. Here's what our listeners have to say. Mike from Denver says,
C60 and olive oil has been perfect as my daily detox. I feel cleaner, lighter, and more energized every day.
Sarah from Houston says,
The C60 topical spray is incredible. I apply it to sore joints, and within minutes, the pain and inflammation starts to fade.
Order now at c60.com or call 720-600-6040. Use coupon code TAMMY, T-A-M-M-Y, for a special.
Sam Greska is going to be joining us today to talk about Greska's C60, fantastic carbon 60 that helps you with pain and inflammation. So stay tuned for that in the second hour. I just want to thank you so much for tuning in to Naturally Inspired Radio. This is where we expose what's broken in the healthcare system. We connect you to real health solutions, and we inspire you to take back control of your life. We want you to feel empowered and informed and free to live naturally without fear, confusion, or dependency. And let me tell you, there is a war. There is a war on your health. I talk to people every day in my client base, in assessments that I do for people, and I'm overwhelmed by the system and how it has swallowed people whole. It has beat them down. It has convinced them they are incapable of feeling good. It has cornered them into a high pressure place where they feel like they have to be on polypharmacy in order to survive. And probably the most disturbing thing is it's riddled them with fear. They live in fear every day. Fear of dying, fear of not being enough, a fear of whatever it is, that they feel is out of their control. And if there's one message I hope that you get from Naturally Inspired, it is that those things are lies, and that you are 100% capable. You were born with everything you need, but you do have to take personal responsibility for your health. And you have to break free from the fear and start opting into real solutions for health. That's nutrition. That is nutrition. Take personal responsibility for what you're putting in your mouth. That is movement. That is being able to handle stress and navigate this world, even as stressful as it is, from a bit of a view of an observer, right? You're here. You're here for a purpose. We don't have to get sucked into everything that's going on in the world. We can stand back and be an observer and protect ourselves from things and just have an experience here on this beautiful garden called Earth. And so I hope that message gets through loud and clear every day, even though we do talk about some dark things when it comes to the healthcare system, some dark things when it comes to the way the world really works. My intent with exposing that stuff to you is to inspire you to live in the light and not get pulled down by this darkness. When I see these people now, like Mark Carney or whatever, we've the globalists and people that operate within the cult, as I call them, I think we tend to give them too much credit. It's almost like they're not human-like, right? Oh, well, they've got so much power. They do, for sure they do. But you got to remember that they're still human beings. They're still human. And we have agency over how much time we think about them and how much we let them drag us down. We can choose to live in the light. And so although it's disappointing, I'm not going to lie, it's disappointing that people can't handle the truth. It's disappointing to me that people don't want to take personal responsibility. They would rather give their agency over to people that do not have our collective interest in mind for the betterment. It's not a collective interest of, oh, let's help these people. Oh, good Lord. Imagine thinking that these people have our best interest. No, they have their own best interest in mind. They have corporations that they head up, that they're basically functioning like a government. These corporations now are so big and monopolistic that they're functioning like our government. So make no mistake about it, they are operating from the point of view as what is the best thing for the corporation. And they're working together. The few corporations that are actually still, independent are working together as a network to sway regulation and to push the population into where they want us. And some people are totally fine with that. They think that corporation, that entity is going to have a better outcome than they would if they made their own decisions. So, that's where we're at. And so when we cover these stories, it's only to inspire you to kind of walk out of that paradigm and understand that you are in control of your decisions and that you are 100% capable of making those decisions. So I want to share with you a clip from Tucker Carlson's recent interview. Who would have ever thought that Catherine Austin Fitts would be on Tucker Carlson? Right? I mean, if you've been following Catherine for any amount of time, like she was one of us. You know what I mean? She was one of those conspiracy theorists, and here she is on Tucker Carlson. And I understand Tucker Carlson's not on Fox News anymore, and he's much more independent. But still, he still to me is a mainstream outlet, and so it's just awesome. Congratulations to Catherine for being on Tucker Carlson. I want to share this clip with you about programmable currency. Here it is.
An invisible corral that they've been building around you for a long, long time. Because how do a few sneak up on the many? Well, you have to do it very quietly and visibly before you throw the trap.
Smart.
So essentially what they're building, because it's converting a currency system into a control system. So it's really the end of currency. And what they're doing is they've been building the different digital pieces. And when it integrates and comes together, then you literally have a digital concentration camp. It's complete and utter control.
Otherwise known as the world.
Here's the thing to understand. You and I grew up in a world where there was mass media, where you were pitching stories, so you had 57 varieties of ice cream and you're pitching them to 57 different niches, but you're still pitching to mass audiences. What we're talking about is a system where you can surveil, control, and influence one person at a time. And with AI and software, each person can have their custom surveillance, influence, nudging, and control system.
And punishment.
Yes. Enforcement.
Because ultimately, if you control money, you can starve people to death. You can kill them.
Right. So go back and think of the pandemic. So if I say you can't go more than a mile from your home, and I say you have to be mandated a pharmaceutical, then if you don't take the pharmaceutical, I can turn off your money. If you go more than a mile away from your home, your money and your credit cards won't work.
Yes, this is what I've been saying. I think it was probably the first, I was aware of a lot of this stuff before COVID hit, but Jason and I have talked about this before. We didn't think it would happen in our lifetime. Remember the good old days when you didn't think it was going to happen in your lifetime? Those were good old days. It's happening. And once, I think it was the first 2 weeks of COVID, we were like everybody else at the beginning. We were like, oh my gosh, this is like really a sickness, and what's going to happen? And it was when they started saying things like, we may be locked in, because if you remember, it started in March. And when they started saying things like, we may be locked down till August. What? I remember exactly where I was standing. I was standing in our dining room, and I was listening to something, and they said, we may be locked down till August. And I thought, that's got to be a joke, right? This has got to be a joke. What are they talking about? And that's when we started tuning in and really trying to figure out what the heck was going on here, because we thought, why would they even float an idea like that would be locked down till August, right? And then the next thing that happened was the mask. And that was a big mistake. The mask was a big mistake because I intuitively rejected it immediately. I had a physical response to wearing it. And I knew it was wrong. And I started investigating masks. And I absolutely confirmed that it was wrong and not the right thing to do. And bingo, bango, we opened the floodgates. And I quickly learned that all this plan was actually designed to change our economy. It was designed for digital currency. It was designed for social credit score. That's what the purpose was. Stay tuned, everybody. This is Naturally Inspired Radio.
Have you heard about the powerful health benefits of medicinal mushrooms? Take our preferred medicinal mushrooms for immune support, gut health, antioxidant properties, stress and sleep, heart health, liver protection, blood sugar regulation, cholesterol reduction, anti-cancer properties, cognitive health, mood and mental health, heart health, antibacterial and antiviral, and so much more. Available in easy-to-take capsules, great-tasting gummies, and our special coffee blends.
Since adding these mushrooms to my daily routine, my cholesterol levels have improved, and I feel more confident about my heart health.
Taking one of these blends before bed has been a game changer. I fall asleep faster and I wake up feeling truly refreshed.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order 720-303-8868. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to take your health to the next level? Join us for the 2025 Naturally Inspired Health Summit, the #1 rated health event in Colorado. Saturday, June 28th, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday, June 29th, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. 18 powerhouse speakers, 55 business booths, 25 breakout sessions, Sunday's farmers market with 20 vendors, Saturday evening networking and dance party.
The Naturally Inspired Health Summit was life-changing. The energy, the speakers, and the connections I made were incredible. I left with real, actionable solutions for my health and business.
This event was exactly what I needed. So many inspiring speakers like Dr. Peter McCullough, Dr. Lee Merritt, Dr. Carrie Made, and so many more. Amazing products and a community that truly cares about real health solutions.
High energy, positive community, real solutions for health. Get your tickets now. Want to participate and show your message? Visit naturallyinspiredhealthsummit.com or text 720-764-7448.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
I am so excited to announce Rosa's Happy Homestead. I wrote a children's book called Rosa's Happy Homestead to help parents and families reconnect their children to something so important: nature, farms, and real food. So we're living in a world where many kids are growing up disconnected from where their food comes from. And the story I've written of Rosa's Happy Homestead brings it back to basics, to the beauty, to the balance, and to the magic of life on a homestead. Through Rosa's journey, children will learn how everything in nature works together synergistically. They'll discover how important it is to support small farming and nature living and natural living. And it's a story of connection, curiosity, and care for our land, something every child deserves to experience and understand. Nature's an anchor to us. And that's, I think, in this book, a gift that we can help our children understand, using the book as a tool, help children understand that nature's your gift and it's your birthright. And when you connect to it, it gives back in return. It helps you ground. It helps you manage anxiety, fear, worry, doubt, all of that stuff. And you become the part of the fabric of nature when you understand that it's there to support you. So this is just a tool, a book that I've written to help parents connect that message to their children so that they can live naturally and understand their place in the world. So just go to naturallyinspiredradio.com. You can pre-order Rosa's Happy Homestead today and help inspire a new generation to love and care for the world around them. Again, go to naturallyinspiredradio.com, pre-order Rosa's Happy Homestead today. You'll be so glad you did. It's a great tool. It's going to spark a lot of conversation, and it does it in a way that excites children about the process and learning more about nature. Let's get back to some Catherine Austin Fitts. She is dead on. As I was saying, I realized pretty quickly after the mask, because I knew the mask, once I knew the mask was a lie, I was like, oh, this is about a bigger agenda. And that's when we started uncovering things. It's like, oh, okay. So, it's pretty simple, really. I mean, we've been through the Industrial Revolution, where they encouraged labor and bringing everybody out from the country into the city to work in factories. And, we've lived that out. And now we're going into the digital revolution. And see, they needed a mechanism in order to push people into the digital revolution, to put them on the fast track to understanding that this was the new economy. This was the new way to live, is digitally. And didn't it work perfectly, right? Closing everything down, getting everybody on Zoom, chat groups. Amazon's the number one producing business. Like it just, what do you need to go outside for? And they even propagandized the lack of humans in the world. There was a viral video and that actually made me sick to my stomach. It was cloaked in beauty. It was cloaked in beauty. It was like drone footage all over the world of empty cities, of beautiful mountaintops, of vast oceans, painting you the beauty of nature. There were no humans in it. And the propaganda headline was, the world just needs a rest. See, nature they just needed a rest. This was actually a good thing. And it made me sick because we are a part of nature. And making you believe that you're excluded from nature is a weapon. It's a weapon to dehumanize you and to stomp out your humanness. So it made me sad. And I know a lot of people that really enjoyed that video, and I get it, because nobody loves nature more than me. Nobody. I mean, I'm fascinated by the little speck of green that's coming up in my garden right now. Because every year when spring comes around, I'm mesmerized by the fact that you can stick a seed in the ground, you guys, and it grows food. And every year when I put the seed in the ground, I think, is it going to work? Is it going to work this year? But it does. And to think that we're disconnected from that and we don't have a right to it, and that we have to stay away from it in order to preserve it, it's gross to me, because behind that agenda is power and control and surveillance and consequences if you don't do what they say. And we're not going into this, by the way. We're not going into this. We're already here. We are already here. We are living the social credit score. Just because we don't yet have the app where we can pull up our social credit score and go, everybody loves me today. I'm rated a 10. Awesome, I'm rated a 10. Just because we don't have that yet, and it's coming, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It absolutely does exist. You're being shadow banned. Your posts are controlled by an algorithm. I recently just learned that if you post something and say a bot or somebody who's unfavorably seen in the social media sphere, maybe their posts are downregulated, maybe they say things that that the algorithm doesn't like. If they like your post first, it will actually sync your post. So who you interact with is impacting your social media score, your social credit score. And you can say, oh, wait, it does exist. It's already here. It's already here. They just haven't figured out quite yet how to get us to interact with it in a transparent way. But it's here. I mean, just think about it yourself. Have you ever seen a post that you totally agree with, that you think, wow, that's the truth, but you didn't share it and you didn't like it because you know that might not sit favorably with most people that follow you, or maybe it won't sit favorably with the algorithm? You're already self-censoring. You're already self-censoring. There's no camps coming. I mean, if it gets really hairy, perhaps there'll be camps. Like if the grid goes down, there'll be camps. But as long as the grid is up, there's no camps coming. We're already in a camp. You can't be yourself and be profitable. You can't be yourself and, just in all your ugliness of disagreeing with the globalist elite's agenda. You can't be yourself and not suffer consequences. We're already here. So now the question is, how do we live free in our minds? How do we live free in the beauty of the world that can keep us grounded and still be over the top of feeling good and positivity and living inspired and doing and being and showing up the way we want to? That's now the work that has to be done, because nobody wants to live miserable. And I'm not a black pillar. I'm not going to subscribe to that. I believe we can be happy. I believe we can understand exactly what we're dealing with in the digital age and the digital revolution and navigate it in a way where we can be happy. I do believe that. Programmable currency will be the big deal. Programmable currency will be when they can really start making people do exactly what they want them to do. That'll be the thing. And that is set up. And hopefully we have fail-safes in America, our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, that will keep us from that. There's going to be a lot of people that want to opt into it. It'll be interesting. You're watching and listening to Naturally Inspired Radio. I'm Tammy Cuthbert Garcia. Stay tuned, everybody. Our Naturally Inspired moment is up next. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to take your health to the next level? Join us for the 2025 Naturally Inspired Health Summit, the #1 rated health event in Colorado. Saturday, June 28th, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday, June 29th, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. 18 powerhouse speakers, 55 business booths, 25 breakout sessions, Sunday's farmers market with 20 vendors, Saturday evening networking and dance party.
The Naturally Inspired Health Summit was life-changing. The energy, the speakers, and the connections I made were incredible. I left with real, actionable solutions for my health and business.
This event was exactly what I needed. So many inspiring speakers like Dr. Peter McCullough, Dr. Lee Merritt, Dr. Carrie Made, and so many more. Amazing products and a community that truly cares about real health solutions.
High energy, positive community, real solutions for health. Get your tickets now. Want to participate and show your message? Visit naturallyinspiredhealthsummit.com or text 720-764-7448.
Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, sow health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great-tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on mushroom super sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
I can see in the chat, Rhonda is asking about something natural for arthritis and neuropathy. Stay tuned, Rhonda, because Sam Greska is going to be on the show in a little while, and he'll be talking to you about Greska C60. So stay tuned for that talk. I think it'll be very valuable to you. I also want to let everybody know tonight I'm doing our community call. I do community calls on Tuesday evening to provide you the support that you need on your optimum health journey. Truly, if we are talking about changing the culture of health in our country, this is what's going to do it. It's going to be you coming together as a community to realize that there are real solutions for health, that you have a lot more control over your health than you've ever been led to believe that you do. And you need that support in order to build the confidence to be able to build a lifestyle that leads you to optimum health. So that's what we do with Naturally Inspired. It's a community. And if you know someone that would benefit from plugging into a community, invite them to the call tonight. We're going to be talking about some great solutions for health, but we're also going to have some fun. We're going to laugh. We'll probably play some music. Like, it's not boring. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. So hop on and join us. Just text me 720-303-8868 and I'll send you the link. It's just a Zoom link. You click on it. Everybody that gets on the call the first time, they never put their camera on. Okay. So you don't have to put your camera on. You can just sit and listen quietly. But after you've been a couple of times, you're going to be chatting it up in the chat with all the other people. You're going to want your camera on. You want to be able to talk and all that stuff. And it's just, there's a little bit of a hesitation, I think, for people. Like, I don't know this community. This might be a little uncomfortable. No, it won't. No, it won't. Just get on the call. Come on in. We're here to help. Right? You don't have to go at it alone. So feel welcomed. Join us tonight. Just text me 720-303-8868 and I'll send you the link. And I'm looking forward to the Q&A tonight. I'm looking forward to interacting with you. I need your support. Let me tell you, I need your support. This is a community. And so come on out, show up so we can support each other. I would really appreciate it. For today's naturally inspired moment, many of you reach out to me about someone you love. You reach out because you're very concerned about someone you love. You can see their health declining. You're not sure what to say or do for them. And so I want to give you some really practical strategies in dealing with people that you love. And the number one way that you can connect, and especially with someone who's been feeling bad for quite a long time, they start to lose hope, and it's really tough to reach them. And you can reach them by helping. First off the bat, you got to get them into the right state of being receptive to change. That's the number one thing that you have to do. So you have to start building an attitude for change within them. And how do you do that? Well, there are some strategies, some very practical strategies, and they work. And you do it with the intent because you love this person and you want to bring them out of the darkness and into the light. Number one, you can just get up and go somewhere. So if you're around someone who is, feeling down, feeling negative, not feeling well, you can actually change the environment, right? That's one strategy. You can say, hey, come on, let's go. We're going to go sit on a bench and we're going to watch some kids play or something like that. Or we're going to go sit by the ocean. No, I know you don't feel like walking. We're not going to walk. We're just going to sit. We're going to sit and take in nature. So you can physically change where they are, and that will change their state of mind. Number two, you can evoke contrast. So you do this in a number of different ways. You can go down memory lane, and you can kind of think about when times, were different, and you can create contrast with the time that they are experiencing right now. And by creating contrast, you start to evoke gratitude, right? You can use someone else's story to demonstrate contrast. So, if they start going on, oh, I feel terrible today, this is happening, that's happening, I just, you can say, I read a story today and it was about this something, that happens that was catastrophic or terrible. People lost their houses in a flood. Yeah, in North Carolina, did you know they still don't have houses? They don't have roofs over their head. To create that contrast, to evoke gratitude in someone, you got to be a little sneaky about it. You don't want to be too obvious. I know what you're trying to do, right? They catch on to you. But understand that the intent is to help because you love this person, right? So the third thing you can do is tell a story. Tell a story about a better time. Tell a story about a time where something happened that was really funny, a good memory. This will change their state. Right? Lead them down a different path, right? Remember that time when we took that trip and remember what happened? That was so funny when, you're leading them into a visual of something different, and that changes the way they feel in their body. The next one is one of my favorite ways to do it because it's almost instantaneous for me. Music. Just throw on some music from, a different time or a song that that they love. Being able to just, throw it on and the mind just goes to work, right? There are songs from the 80s that when I play them, I can smell the baseball field. I can smell the orange cola, the orange pop or whatever at Beaver Lake when I was a kid. That's where my mom used to take us in the summer. And there are songs that play where I am transported right back to that beach in Beaver Lake on Vancouver Island. And it's a great way to change your state and get somebody jarred out of that pathway of negativity. The next one is laughter. I used to do this with my son all the time. When he was in 3rd grade, he absolutely hated school. He hated it. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, I don't want to go to school. This kid hated school like you would not believe. And so what did I start doing? I actually started reading him biographies of comedians because he loved comedies. He loved Adam Sandler, Chris Farley, all these comedians. And so we used to spend time together where we would read the biographies and then we'd watch the movies and we'd laugh, and it became our routine. And I was deliberately trying to change his state because he was so upset about having to go to school, and he was living in a negative mindset because he did not like to go. So I was infusing laughter into his daily routine because I knew that would change his state. And it did. It did. And it created an absolute love for comedy still today. Competition. Competition is another way to get people to change their state and to stop thinking so negatively. So, only certain people that have that streak to be a little bit competitive. You know the ones, you know who they are. The ones that really want to kick your butt when you're bowling, who have to win the game, the board game or whatever. Those are your competitive people, and competition is great. Competition is great. It's healthy competition. So if you can create some kind of competition that puts their mind to work rather than keeps them ruminating on the negativity of not feeling well or, whatever circumstances they're dealing with in their life. Competition is a great way to change state. The last one is connecting to animals. A wonderful way to change your state. I was just out in the barn doing a little kitty therapy this morning. I literally call it kitty therapy, kitten therapy, because they're little, tiny. How can you feel any negativity when you're holding on to a new life with a sweet little face? It's impossible, right? So connect people to nature, connect people to animals. 7 great ways to change the state of your loved one for better health outcomes. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to take your health to the next level? Join us for the 2025 Naturally Inspired Health Summit, the #1 rated health event in Colorado. Saturday, June 28th, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday, June 29th, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. 18 powerhouse speakers, 55 business booths, 25 breakout sessions, Sunday's farmers market with 20 vendors, Saturday evening networking and dance party.
The Naturally Inspired Health Summit was life-changing. The energy, the speakers, and the connections I made were incredible. I left with real, actionable solutions for my health and business.
This event was exactly what I needed. So many inspiring speakers like Dr. Peter McCullough, Dr. Lee Merritt, Dr. Carrie Made, and so many more. Amazing products and a community that truly cares about real health solutions.
High energy, positive community, real solutions for health. Get your tickets now. Want to participate and show your message? Visit naturallyinspiredhealthsummit.com or text 720-764-7448.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
Are you ready to take your health to the next level? Join us for the 2025 Naturally Inspired Health Summit, the #1 rated health event in Colorado. Saturday, June 28th, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday, June 29th, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. 18 powerhouse speakers, 55 business booths, 25 breakout sessions, Sunday's farmers market with 20 vendors, Saturday evening networking and dance party.
The Naturally Inspired Health Summit was life-changing. The energy, the speakers, and the connections I made were incredible. I left with real, actionable solutions for my health and business.
This event was exactly what I needed. So many inspiring speakers like Dr. Peter McCullough, Dr. Lee Merritt, Dr. Carrie Made, and so many more. Amazing products and a community that truly cares about real health solutions.
High energy, positive community, real solutions for health. Get your tickets now. Want to participate and show your message? Visit naturallyinspiredhealthsummit.com or text 720-764-7448.
Did you know that carbon 60 is 172 times more powerful than vitamin C as an antioxidant? This powerful molecule is scientifically proven to neutralize free radicals, reduce inflammation, and promote optimal energy. How does it work? C60 fights oxidative stress, the root cause of aging and disease, helping your body repair and rejuvenate naturally. It's like giving your cells a protective shield. Here's what our listeners have to say. Mike from Denver says,
C60 in olive oil has been perfect as my daily detox. I feel cleaner, lighter, and more energized every day.
Sarah from Houston says,
The C60 topical spray is incredible. I apply it to sore joints, and within minutes, the pain and inflammation starts to fade.
order now at c60.com or call 720-600-6040. Use coupon code TAMMY, T-A-M-M-Y, for a special discount.
Did you know 80% of beef consumed in the U.S. comes from 4 major corporations, much of it being imported or processed with additives? Want real beef from a real farm? Pumpkin Creek Ranch does things the right way. Local, grass-fed, dry-aged beef with no additives, no shortcuts, just honest quality.
Pumpkin Creek Ranch beef is the real deal. I love knowing exactly where my meat comes from. No additives, no nonsense, just honest quality beef.
Best beef I've ever had. You can taste the difference. Rich, tender, and packed with real flavor. Plus, supporting a local ranch makes it even better.
From pasture to plate, they raise their cattle with care, so you can get rich, natural flavor that only real ranching can provide. Stock your freezer with premium beef you can trust. Visit pumpkincreekranchco.com or call 970-658-0176.
Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, sow health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great-tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on Mushroom Super Sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
The information and other content provided on this radio show or in any linked materials is provided for informational purposes only, not intended and should not be construed as medical advice. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.
We're back for hour 2 of Naturally Inspired Radio. So glad you're joining me today. Momentarily, I think Sam Greska will be joining us. I'll tell you a little bit about Sam. He is the son of Bob Greska, and together they're a family business. They are building Greska C60. Bob was an aerospace materials engineer. He decided one day to change his career direction from building spacecraft to health and human performance. And if you're a frequent listener of Naturally Inspired, you probably already know Bob. But he is the CEO and founder of Greska C60, which is an awesome supplement based in carbon. And of course, carbon is the very essence of life. So I guess Sam is going to be joining us here in a few. I'll watch for his entrance here in my private chat. But I just wanted to get you a little bit familiar with Greska C60. One of the things that I like to point out about Greskas is that it is carbon and they don't use any contaminants in it. And the reason why there's no contaminants in it is because it's black. And carbon's black. But there's a lot of other carbon 60s on the market that come in different shades of colors. And Bob taught me that the reason why they're in different shades, like purple, like green, or whatever, is because they actually use solvents to get the carbon out, and that's not necessarily what you want, because we're all about clean. Of course, we want clean, pure products. And I'm grateful that Greska C60 has been a sponsor of Naturally Inspired for a couple of years now. And we have hundreds and hundreds of customers that are so happy with Greska C60. They order it continuously. They use it for inflammation. It is a wonderful solution for inflammation, pain. Of course, Bob spoke last year at our Naturally Inspired Health Summit and helped so many people right there at the summit just by spraying it on them, and they'd walk away and their pain would be relieved. And the most important thing is that carbon is natural. It's absolutely natural, and there's no side effects to it. So for people who are living and dealing with pain every day, this is an incredible solution for them, because a lot of times we find ourselves in this position where we know the pain reliever isn't helping us in the long term, right? Because it has significant side effects in our gut health and whatnot. So it's a problem in that way. But we're dealing with pain in the moment, right? And if you've ever dealt with pain on a chronic level, it takes half your brain away because you can't focus because of this pain that you're dealing with all the time. So you're only operating at half speed at best, because you've got this pain that's driving you insane, right? So it's a terrible situation to be in, because the medicine that you need to take in order to relieve the pain is causing you more problems. And you know that, but at the same time, you're living in the moment with this pain. So I totally get it. I get it. I get why people choose what they choose. And that is what Naturally Inspired is all about, is being able to bring you solutions that don't create long-term problems. And Greska's Carbon 60 is definitely one of those. So I'm not sure if Sam's going to show up here. Maybe he might be having some technical difficulties. We had technical difficulties yesterday with Dean. So technology is awesome, but when it doesn't work, it's not awesome, right? So we'll see. You know what I'm going to do is I'll just head into our next story because I think it's real interesting and I want to get to it today. And if Sam drops in on us, maybe he's coming on at 4:30. Maybe he got our wires crossed. So I'll just keep an eye out on the chat here and see if he drops in. But this next story, I found this very, very intriguing. Again, another sign, you know, that the war on health is changing, right? It's pivoting. More people are starting to understand that, hey, you know, maybe this is an issue. It's just fascinating to me because these mainstream characters, and this mainstream character is a big one, Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil had Bobby Kennedy on his show for the first 100 days, kind of like a town hall about his first 100 days of the administration, right? That's been in. And this is just fascinating to me. You ever have those moments where you're like, I can't believe they said this on, you know, mainstream. I had another one of those when I saw this. So here's the clip. This is Dr. Phil and Bobby Kennedy in a town hall. Just fascinating. Here it is.
My name is Emily, and my biggest concern is the stratospheric aerosol injections that are continuously peppered on us every day. Bromium, aluminum, strontium, it's sprayed in our skies all day long. And I know you've talked to Dane Wigington about this. He seems to be one of the experts in the field.
Is there a question?
Yes. How do we stop it?
That is not happening in my agency. You know, we don't do that. It's done, we think, by DARPA. And a lot of it now is coming out of the jet fuel.
Yes,
so,
sir.
you know, those materials are put in jet fuel. I'm going to do everything in my power to stop it. We're bringing on somebody who's going to think only about that, find out who's doing it, and holding them accountable.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Phil. That's the Dr. Phil show. That's the Dr. Phil show. And they're talking about Dean Whittington. What's next? Matt Landman? Matt Landman, of course, is a filmmaker that we've interviewed here on Naturally Inspired several times. The filmmaker of Frankenskies, which if you want to learn more about what they're spraying into the air above us, plug into that documentary. It's fantastic. Love Matt. Love his work. Frankenskies. I think he's got a second one coming out soon too. You'll notice the plays being made here, right? Notice the plays being made. What have I been focusing on this week so far? You know, and at the end of last week, geoengineering. Nicole Shanahan is out there priming the pump, you guys. She's priming the pump, telling you all over her podcasts, all over X, you know, geoengineering. This is real, right? We need to wake up some of the population, a little bit more of the population here about this being an actual reality. And there's Bobby Kennedy telling you flat out, it's not HHS that's doing it. It's not my agency that's doing it. It's not the federal government that's doing it. But it might be DARPA. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. These agencies are running rogue. They're doing whatever the heck they want to do. And they're being funded by big corporations. They're being funded by special interests. And I actually think DARPA and ARPA, if you don't know what ARPA is, it is basically the health branch of biotechnology, the government health branch of biotechnology. And they're doing all kinds of experimentation in that department on CRISPR, on gene therapy, all with your tax dollars, right? They're collaborating with big corporate entities that want to achieve technology and control over the people. And there's being funded by your tax dollars. I mean, the USAID, that the fraud and the corruption that Elon's been exposing through USAID. That's how they get the money. That's how they get the money to launch these experiments, and probably been going on way longer than we want to know, the spraying, because they've been weather modifications since the 60s. It's probably been going on a long, long time. And the fact that people are now awake to it, and that this lady stood up and asked this question on Dr. Phil is absolutely fascinating to me. I mean, we truly are living in the time of potential, right? Where this could be exposed and we could act on it. You know, we could get some real change with it. Because the first step is recognition. And I live under no delusions, that this, administration is going to get in there and clean house and fix everything. It's not that way. It's a business. As I've said over and over again, America is a business, and there's strategy involved. And it's slow and painful for us that have been awake for a long time. But the very fact that this was on Dr. Phil should give you hope that, perhaps we're headed in a totally different direction. This stuff would have never been talked about, you guys. This was stuff that was being talked on, you'll know who I'm talking about. Hopefully most of you will. This was like Art Bell stuff. Not that long ago, right? This was Art Bell only. This was the late night radio shows. That's who was talking about this kind of stuff. And now, here we are talking about chemtrails. We're talking about poisons in our food. We're talking about digital currency. We're talking about surveillance. We're talking about what the World Economic Forum actually is. People are using verbiage like cult. What? It's a different world. And I'm grateful. I wish it was moving a little faster, but you got to count your blessings. You're watching and listening to Naturally Inspired Radio. I'm Tammy Cuthbert Garcia. Stay tuned.
Have you heard about the powerful health benefits of medicinal mushrooms? Take our preferred medicinal mushrooms for immune support, gut health, antioxidant properties, stress and sleep, heart health, liver protection, blood sugar regulation, cholesterol reduction, anti-cancer properties, cognitive health, mood and mental health, heart health, antibacterial and antiviral, and so much more. Available in easy-to-take capsules, great-tasting gummies, and our special coffee blends.
Since adding these mushrooms to my daily routine, my cholesterol levels have improved, and I feel more confident about my heart health.
Taking one of these blends before bed has been a game changer. I fall asleep faster and I wake up feeling truly refreshed.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order 720-303-8868. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Did you know that 60% of American adults live with at least one chronic disease? At Inside Health, they take the mystery out of wellness with extensive testing and customized lifestyle plans, all from the comfort of your home.
I've struggled with low energy and digestive issues for years, and no doctor could give me real answers. Working with Inside Health was a game changer.
As a mom, I'm always putting my family's health first, but I was neglecting my own. Inside Health changed that. I started feeling better almost immediately.
Inside Health services help you and your family achieve whole body health with non-invasive personalized care. They listen to your concerns and health goals. They will pinpoint areas where your body needs support. They will create a simple, actionable plan just for you. Call them today, 970-685-8060, or visit InsideHealth.com.
Did you know that carbon 60 is 172 times more powerful than vitamin C as an antioxidant? This powerful molecule is scientifically proven to neutralize free radicals, reduce inflammation, and promote optimal energy. How does it work? C60 fights oxidative stress, the root cause of aging and disease, helping your body repair and rejuvenate naturally. It's like giving your cells a protective shield. Here's what our listeners have to say. Mike from Denver says,
C60 and olive oil has been perfect as my daily detox. I feel cleaner, lighter, and more energized every day.
Sarah from Houston says,
The C60 topical spray is incredible. I apply it to sore joints, and within minutes, the pain and inflammation starts to fade.
order now at c60.com or call 720-600-6040. Use coupon code TAMMY, TAMMY, for a special.
I definitely need to go find somewhere to dance. I'm going this weekend. I don't care if I have to go dance with the kids. I don't care. Hey, I'm really excited about something. As you know, my product line, Modere, closed their doors, 3 weeks ago now? And that kind of was disappointing because what a fantastic of a product the collagen is, right? And we've really helped a lot of people with it. So that was disappointing. I mean, I get texts all the time, people telling me, oh, the collagen this, the collagen that. And it's disappointing. That's venture capital. That's what happened there, venture capital. And we're going to see a lot more of that, unfortunately. But I am excited about this new direction that we're going. I'm connecting to a company that has been around since 1956, and they have the same mission as me. They want to shape health culture in the country. They want to provide real solutions for health to people. You're going, and I know you are, you're going to these big box stores and you're buying, cleaning products, and you're buying vitamins, and you're buying all this stuff from your very adversaries. And it may not look like it, right? Because it's health washed. On the outside, it's green washed, meaning, companies like Nestle own your vitamins, and they're not in the health business. Nestle is not in the health business. They're in the junk food business. They're in the water business. They're in the baby food business. But mostly they're in the processed junk food business, and they make vitamins. The problem is these vitamins are filled with fillers, and it's all about cost effectiveness for them. How can we make these super cheap, right? And that's what they do because they know people buy vitamins. Everybody takes vitamins now. Everybody does. And because we know they work. But I think the piece that people are missing is that quality matters. When it comes to the supplements you're taking, quality matters. And this is why I'm so excited about this company because they have the same mission as me. They have tested their products for 2,500 different chemicals and contaminants to make sure they're purest, safest products. All they do is clean, right? Clean cleaning products, clean body products, clean vitamins. This is their mission. They want to shape culture in the country. They want to shape healthy culture in the country. And they've been doing it and dedicated to it since 1956. So I'm like, boom, I want to know more about this. And so I dove in and I really looked at their message, and it aligns perfectly with Naturally Inspired. And that's why I'm bringing them on board. You're buying cleaning products. You're buying vitamins and stuff like that. You're already doing it. A simple way that you can support changing health culture in our country is by tapping out of buying those big box store products and tapping in to supporting the message of Naturally Inspired. That in itself right there is changing health culture, because what you're doing is you're going, yeah, I'm on to you. I know you don't care about me and my family. I know you care about the stock market. You care about your stakeholders. And so I'm not buying from you anymore. I've got to buy this stuff because I know I need it, but I'm going to buy it from a place that is supporting health culture. supporting the change that we so desperately need. We are chronically ill as a nation. Our children are sick. We have to change what we're doing. If we don't, it's not going to end well. And so this is just one way that you can support this valuable mission by plugging in. So tonight, I'm going to be holding a call, and you can just pop on it. Just pop on it. I'm going to teach people about this product line. I'm going to talk to you about why I'm doing it, why I'm bringing it into my house. It'll be, all my cleaning products will be from this line. I'm already using their supplements. I'm plugging all in, because not only is it cleaning, giving me the product that I want to bring into my household, which is clean and non-toxic, but it's supporting my family, because when I buy everything from this one place, I get credits back. And I don't know, if you're a mom like me, you always feel like a little bit guilty when you go and buy a new skincare product for yourself, or a little bit of makeup here, or, you feel like, oh, I probably shouldn't spend the money on that. That's why I love this program, because it gives you credits. You get credits back for purchasing every month, the stuff you're already purchasing. And you get to apply those to like maybe some makeup or some skincare or some, I just can't wait to tell you about the ageless line here. I'll save that for tonight. I don't want to get into that. So, if you've ever thought like, I wish I could get Botox, but I know Botox is bad for me, you need to be on this call tonight. It's really exciting stuff. So if you want to break up with Botox, or if you were like me and you're petrified of Botox and you'd never inject yourself with that, but also you do want to look good as you age, this is the call for you tonight. Get on it. So just join me, 720-303-8868. That's text me ageless or whatever word, or you want to get on the call tonight, and I'll send you the link to join me on Zoom. It's going to be fun. And I'm so excited about it. I can't wait to bring these products into your home. What's next here I want to talk about is mad cow disease. Yep. You know where I'm going. So mad cow disease, we've all been told, oh, mad cow disease. It was like, happened from the wild. It was just, it just happened. And I think as more truths come out, people are going to start to realize, I'll just say it, all disease is man-made. All disease is man-made. And that's a hard realization to come to, but all chronic disease is man-made. And the sooner we realize that, I think the better off we'll be, because then we can do something about it, and we can stop kind of living in fear that these things just happen. See, that's a big part of the paradigm of our health disease care system, is this lack of recognition for causation. They can just like put a big old label on things, call it idiopathic. It's just idiopathic. We don't know why it happens. Well, we don't know. It's your genes. It's your genes. Well, that's interesting, because most of the people I talk to that are pre-diabetic or diabetic, their grandparents never had diabetes. Their parents never had diabetes. They don't understand. And yet you're still being conned and told, this is genetics. This is genetics. I don't know how they do it. That used to petrify me. That used to petrify me, actually, because I have a history. I have a history of cancer in my family. And it used to paralyze me with fear, like I was a sitting duck. Oh, the cancer's going to get you because it got other people in your family. Well, how come they all had different kinds of cancer? Huh? You're listening to Naturally Inspired Radio. Stay tuned. I'm Tammy Cuthbert Garcia. You're not going to want to miss this last half hour. Stay tuned.
Have you heard about the powerful health benefits of medicinal mushrooms? Take our preferred medicinal mushrooms for immune support, gut health, antioxidant properties, stress and sleep, heart health, liver protection, blood sugar regulation, cholesterol reduction, anti-cancer properties, cognitive health, mood and mental health, heart health, antibacterial and antiviral, and so much more. Available in easy-to-take capsules, great-tasting gummies, and our special coffee blends.
Since adding these mushrooms to my daily routine, my cholesterol levels have improved, and I feel more confident about my heart health.
Taking one of these blends before bed has been a game changer. I fall asleep faster and I wake up feeling truly refreshed.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order 720-303-8868. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to take your health to the next level? Join us for the 2025 Naturally Inspired Health Summit, the #1 rated health event in Colorado. Saturday, June 28th, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday, June 29th, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. 18 powerhouse speakers, 55 business booths, 25 breakout sessions, Sunday's farmers market with 20 vendors, Saturday evening networking and dance party.
The Naturally Inspired Health Summit was life-changing. The energy, the speakers, and the connections I made were incredible. I left with real, actionable solutions for my health and business.
This event was exactly what I needed. So many inspiring speakers like Dr. Peter McCullough, Dr. Lee Merritt, Dr. Carrie Made, and so many more. Amazing products and a community that truly cares about real health solutions.
High energy, positive community, real solutions for health. Get your tickets now. Want to participate and show your message? Visit naturallyinspiredhealthsummit.com or text 720-764-7448.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
Most commercial pet food contains harmful fillers, dyes, and preservatives. The big box stores I was just talking about, they're selling ultra-processed pet food to you as well under the guise of health. You really got to watch those labels. So I want to bring you real solutions to all of these products because, you got to have pet food. And so if you go to naturallyinspiredstore.com, you can plug in to our trusted pet supplements, food, and treats, and carefully chosen. They're carefully chosen for peak health and longevity of your pets. That's of peak concern to me, as I've noticed over the years that dogs are living a lot shorter lives. And you got to wonder if it's not just a mirror of what's happening to us humans, consuming this ultra processed food and not getting our nutrition needs met. So go to naturallyinspiredstore.com. When you purchase your dog food or cat food or both, you spend $49, you get free shipping. Set it on auto ship. It'll show up every month and you don't have to worry about it. That's the thing I like about it. It's convenient, more convenient than packing a big old huge bag of ultra processed food out of the big box store and hiking it up into the car. No, this will arrive right at your door, and it's a few steps away to put it away. So plug in today at the naturallyinspiredstore.com. Okay, mad cow disease. This is fascinating to me, and I'll tell you why. Because I think it was about 6 months into the rollout of the COVID injections, I started seeing people that were, expressing signs of Prions disease. In particular, Jacobs-Creutzfeldt disease. Now that is so rare, incredibly rare, almost never happens, right? And suddenly, I know 2 people that have died from it after the rollout of the COVID injections. 2 people. Like, the chances of me knowing 2 people that died of that, unheard of. And then I started seeing more posts on social media about people's loved ones passing away from Jacob-Creutzfeldt's disease. It's Prions disease. So I saw this story today and I thought, oh my gosh, finally someone's, bringing it to people's attention. So there's a book called Animal Farm, P-H-A-R-M. And the author was a British dairy farmer, Mark Purdy. Unfortunately, he passed away. Just saying. Anyway, he wrote this book because he was able to prove that the poisonous insecticides that he was being mandated to use were causing mad cow disease, causing Prions disease. So in 2023, there was a study, and you can pull this up on the NIH website, a potential role of the spike protein in neurodegenerative diseases. Human prion protein and prion-like protein misfolding are widely recognized as playing a causal role in many neurodegenerative diseases. Based on in vitro and in vivo experimental evidence relating to prion and prion-like disease, we extrapolate from the compelling evidence that the spike glycoprotein of SARS-CoV-2 contains extended amino acid sequences characteristic of prion-like protein to infer its potential to cause neurodegenerative disease. We propose that the vaccine-induced spike protein synthesis can facilitate the accumulation of toxic prion-like fibrils in neurons. And it goes on to explain how that happens. And there's a study, they did a study evaluating the amyloid genetic potential of the spike protein, used both theoretically and experimental methods to verify that the spike protein can cause amyloid-like fibrils to appear after the protein has been subjected. I knew it. And, it goes on to talk about Parkinson's disease, Lewy body dementia, all of these things. As I said before we went to break, you got to wonder, right? You got to wonder if all disease isn't man-made. Horrific. It's horrific. And I don't know how, an establishment like our medical infrastructure, apparatus of the medical system, science, I don't know how they regain trust. I don't know what it's going to look like in the future. But I think people deserve to know. They deserve to know what happened to their loved ones. I think there's, as I said at the top of the show, there are people that are never going to be able to handle the truth. Imagine, reading this study on the NIH website about Prion's disease, which is Jacob Creutzfeldt disease, and having had a loved one that died from it after being injected, it would be hard to understand that, the propaganda machine of the media conned everybody, or a great deal of people, into injecting this stuff into them. And that's why your loved one's dead. That's a reality for people. And I don't think everybody's going to be able to handle it. And so when you think about it as to, the current administration, and you're like, why aren't they exposing it? Or what do you think people will do when they find this out? I mean, Jacob Creutzfeldt disease is, it is hard to watch. I mean, I've not seen it in the physical, but I have read about it. It is aggressive. It's very aggressive. People go down fast. I think the two people I know, once they started displaying symptoms, it was a matter of weeks before they were gone. It did not take long. And this is what I'm talking about when I say the fallout of COVID. Think about that. Just think about that, that loved ones of ours were conned into believing this medical establishment, and they thought they were doing the right thing. And this information exists right on the website, right, and nobody talks about it. Nobody's covering this study. It came out in 2023, and nobody's talking about it. And yet there are grieving parents whose children have died in their sleep. I know several of those. Perfectly healthy kids that just didn't wake up the next morning. Teenage boys and some teenage girls who just didn't wake up the next morning. And there are papers like this all over the NIH about myocarditis, about pericarditis, about stroke, about blood clotting, about this neurodegenerative disease. I know several people too that have been diagnosed with Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, and there's no correlation to them. There's no correlation because, they got the shot a year ago or 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Of course, no, not surfing around on the NIH website like I do either, but still, just blows your mind, doesn't it? Just blows your mind. You're listening to Naturally Inspired Radio. Stay tuned. We have one segment left. You're not going to want to miss it. I'm talking about vitamin B and its importance. Stay tuned, everybody.
Are you ready to take your health to the next level? Join us for the 2025 Naturally Inspired Health Summit, the #1 rated health event in Colorado. Saturday, June 28th, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday, June 29th, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. 18 powerhouse speakers, 55 business booths, 25 breakout sessions, Sunday's farmers market with 20 vendors, Saturday evening networking and dance party.
The Naturally Inspired Health Summit was life-changing. The energy, the speakers, and the connections I made were incredible. I left with real, actionable solutions for my health and business.
This event was exactly what I needed. So many inspiring speakers like Dr. Peter McCullough, Dr. Lee Merritt, Dr. Carrie Made, and so many more. Amazing products and a community that truly cares about real health solutions.
High energy, positive community, real solutions for health. Get your tickets now. Want to participate and show your message? Visit naturallyinspiredhealthsummit.com or text 720-764-7448.
Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, sow health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great-tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on mushroom super sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
Got some people in the chat. They're going to join us tonight on our call. You're not going to want to miss it. We're going to connect you to real solutions for health so you can get rid of all the toxic chemicals. You don't even have to, go to one website, then the next website. You don't have to do all the label checks. I did it all. And so all you have to do is show up on this call, and I'm going to show you how to plug in to detoxify your household and detoxify your personal care and get nutrified without all the fillers and the low quality supplementation. So plug in tonight. Just text me 720-303-8868. I'm happy to send you the Zoom link. You don't got to turn your camera on. I'm happy if you do turn your camera on. I love to see your beautiful faces. But if you don't, if you're kind of shy, it's your first call, you don't have to. No big deal. Just show up and we can chat, and we'll go through some stuff on how you can detoxify your house, make it simple, easy, one-stop shopping for clean care in your household. So just text me 720-303-8868. Let's get into some vitamin B, shall we? Because I really, I think I told you this last week, I really noticed the difference. I was out of my supplementation there for a while, and I don't know why we do this as humans, and I do it. I start using something, and I'm like, oh, this stuff is great. I've got a lot of energy. I feel really good. And then I run out of it, and I think, oh, I'm feeling good. I don't. Do you do this? I think everybody does it. And then a few days later, you're going, I don't know what's wrong with me. I feel kind of sluggish, and I'm, oh yeah, I guess that thing was working. I don't know why we do that. What is wrong with us? But we all do it. I know we do. So anyway, I was unfortunately reminded that vitamin B is huge for me, and I really need to supplement with it. So I wanted to share with you why vitamin B is so important if you're not taking it. B vitamins are a group of vitamins that are considered essential. I would agree with that. Meaning we must get them from our diet because our bodies cannot make them on their own. So the B vitamins that together make up the vitamin B complex is the B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B7, B12, and B9, which is also known as folate. So the 8 B vitamins have similar roles and chemical properties, although each has a unique function. So, for example, B6 is important for facilitating movement, memory, energy, and blood flow, while vitamin B12 is in need for adrenal health, multiple metabolic functions, enzyme production, DNA synthesis, and hormonal balance. So, if you are struggling with hormonal issues, maybe hot flashes, maybe breakouts around the jawline, if your moods are unpredictable, pay attention. Pay attention here. Our bodies use vitamin B throughout the day, and we cannot store extra vitamin B that we've consumed, so we must replenish it with supplementation. Vitamin B-rich foods can add to it. But I'm telling you, you are not getting the equivalent to what you need through diet alone. It just doesn't happen anymore. I wish it did, but it didn't. It doesn't. So B vitamins like B vitamin 12 are essential in the production of blood cells in bone marrow and for forming nerve sheaths and proteins. Vitamin B is also needed for neurotransmitter signaling, which helps muscles contract, helps give you energy to go about your day. Deficiency in B vitamins can contribute to various neurological and psychiatric disturbances because a lack of B vitamins will impair formation of blood cells, nerve health, neurotransmitter functions, and neurological processes, potentially leading to symptoms like anemia, numbness in the extremities, weakness. You ever feel like your legs just aren't as strong as they used to be? A lot of people talk about that in my text line. They just, have a hard time getting up out of the chair or whatever, and they don't know why. Please look at your medications as well. People who are taking medications, they don't understand how their medications are actually depleting them from their nutrients. Dementia and confusion is also linked to B vitamin deficiency. There are some research that shows that vitamin B6, vitamin B12 have been found to play a role in prevention of heart disease as well as other chronic diseases like certain types of cancer, like colon cancer and breast cancer. However, there's still more to learn, of course, about the relationship between cancer and B vitamins. So you always want to, check with your practitioner. But also be a researcher yourself, right? Start looking into this stuff. There ain't nothing wrong with going to your doctor with a fistful of NIH studies. I don't have a problem with it. They shouldn't. They shouldn't have a problem with it. Hey, look what I found. I'd like to, change the way I'm doing things. I always tell people, when you're working with a practitioner like a doctor, and they're trying to put you on multiple medications, the question should be, what's the end plan with this medication? What's the end plan with the medication? And if they tell you, well, you're going to have to be on this for the rest of your life, go find a practitioner that will tell you something else. Go find a practitioner that will say, you know what? Let's dial in your diet. Let's do this. Then we'll talk about getting you off the medication. We'll come up with a plan, right? To get to correct root cause. If they're not willing to have that conversation with you, they're not the practitioner for you. They are not the practitioner for you. What else? let's see. Vitamin B gives us energy and supports our metabolism. So what happens as we get older, especially ladies, right? One of our concerns as we reach perimenopause and menopause is weight gain. Well, it just so happens, that kind of deficiency catches up with you right around that point, right? We see depletion of collagen more rapidly. We're seeing depletion. And when we're not supplementing, it makes it a whole lot harder for the body to function optimally. B vitamins, including folate, play a key role in building DNA, the compound that forms our genetic blueprint and helps us develop from the time of conception. B vitamins are also needed for cellular metabolism and energy production, the repair of DNA and RNA throughout our lives, and for utilization of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, which fuel our bodily processes. Many serve as coenzymes that are needed in various metabolic processes, such as those involved in the synthesis of fatty acids and glucogenesis. Deficiency in B vitamin can result in thyroid and adrenal complications. It can create many negative symptoms such as fatigue, weight gain, loss or trouble sleeping, irritability, and more. Low levels of vitamin B12, B2, and iron can all contribute to anemia and feeling fatigued, chronic fatigue. Okay. What else does it help with? If you're, in the age of childbearing, it aids in development and helps prevent birth defects, helps maintain a healthy brain and nervous system. B vitamins are needed to help to produce neurotransmitters in your brain, which carry chemical signals throughout our entire body, affecting our mood, our energy, our appetite, and more. B5 also plays a part in producing sex and stress-related hormones like cortisol that are produced in the adrenal glands. So getting enough B vitamin from your diet, supplementation, can improve your ability to cope with stress. I think it was Dr. Lauren that we were talking to last week or the week before, where I said we were talking about health. And I said, I think one of the key signs that you need to start supplementing is that you don't deal with stress the way you used to. It's a key indicator. Join me tonight on the call, 720-303-8868. Just text me for the Zoom link. I can't wait to chat with you. It's going to be so much fun. Thanks for tuning in today. This has been Naturally Inspired Radio.
Are you ready to take your health to the next level? Join us for the 2025 Naturally Inspired Health Summit, the #1 rated health event in Colorado. Saturday, June 28th, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday, June 29th, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. 18 powerhouse speakers, 55 business booths, 25 breakout sessions, Sunday's farmers market with 20 vendors, Saturday evening networking and dance party.
The Naturally Inspired Health Summit was life-changing. The energy, the speakers, and the connections I made were incredible. I left with real, actionable solutions for my health and business.
This event was exactly what I needed. So many inspiring speakers like Dr. Peter McCullough, Dr. Lee Merritt, Dr. Carrie Made, and so many more. Amazing products and a community that truly cares about real health solutions.
High energy, positive community, real solutions for health. Get your tickets now. Want to participate and show your message? Visit naturallyinspiredhealthsummit.com or text 720-764-7448.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. NaturallyInspiredRadio.com.